We saw some quotes here from you on TSN just about what signing with the Sharks means, given your connections here with your dad. Just could you tell us maybe the emotions after you put pen to paper?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. For me, it's just so full circle. I mean, hockey is where I really remember my dad playing the most is San Jose, and there's just so many good memories and at the rink, and um, yeah, it's special for me and my family for sure.
The Sharks have reportedly been trying to sign you for a little while now. What made decision now the reason to come to the Sharks?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it just worked out, perfect timing. My contract was just coming to an end, and their team's just right on the rise. I mean, yeah, I think the players they have, the young skill guys, and the pieces they brought in to help them grow. And, it's just the organization's just doing such a good job. So it's just feels like such a perfect time for me.
The Sharks, obviously, you mentioned it's the timing of it. Where do you feel you fit in this lineup, and where do you feel like you can maybe impact the most to help this team get to the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, haven't done it. Last year was actually the first year of my career that I've missed the playoffs. So, hoping to not have that happen again, and just going and be myself. Try to be a leader and talk in the room. Bring energy. Um, you know, as for the play, I'm gonna have to go in there and just like anyone else, earn my spot and just work for everything that I get. So just bring in energy and yeah, just some experience. So
Is there a hope to wear your dad's number 27 here?
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the number I'm gonna go with, and yeah, it's like I said, it's just full circle, and I couldn't be more happy.
Awesome. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Shang.
Hey Mason, Sheng Peng, San Jose Hockey Now. Welcome to San Jose. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Wanted to ask you first. There's a tweet from you in 2013. It just says, hey, go Sharks. I just want to confirm that that was your Twitter from back then, and I guess that's from May 2013. So probably you were cheering on the Sharks playoff run, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, that's for sure. I went down to Pittsburgh, I think in the finals. I think it was I want to say game five in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it was. They've always been my favorite team. Jumbo was my favorite player growing up. So, I got to play with him in Florida, which was, pretty incredible. And, now I get to, maybe link up with him again a couple times. So that'll be awesome.
Before you came here, did you talk with Jumbo a little bit? Did he kind of tell you a little bit more about just what to expect here?
I know quite a bit of the guys on the team actually already. So, I kind of talked to them a little bit, and Jumbo was down last week playing at my course here, and but I got to see him, and he's awesome, and we'll definitely be chatting.
Who do you know on this team, and what did they tell you about San Jose?
Uh, well, I know Delandria really well. We grew up in basically the same town. Good bro, goody. Um, I knew Timothy Logren, but he's gone obviously. Yeah, and a couple other handful of guys that just passing. Wentberg played with Wentberg. Um, yeah, a bunch of guys. So, I obviously grew up there and been to the facility probably more than I've ever been to any rink. So, I'm pretty comfortable. I think. I think they've changed a few things that I haven't seen, but yeah, it'll be just like coming home. So.
What's sort of your best memory of the Sharks when you were a kid?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was talking to Mikey on the phone this morning. It was just being at the rink and running around and playing mini sticks, and he'll tell you I was in the stick room far too much. I was yeah, I was always in there trying sticks and flexing them and asking him if I could cut them down, and yeah, just stuff like that.
That's Mikey Aldrich, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just for you signing here, just how much of a attraction was Macklin Celebrini being here, and obviously what he did last year, and seeing what he did last year, just how much of attraction was that?
Yeah, I mean that's obviously when you go to a team, you want them to have a guy like that, and he's obviously made a name for himself in the league, and I've got the chance to meet him a couple times, but seems to just down to earth, hardworking, smile on his face all the time. It's a contagious energy, and he's definitely going to be someone I look forward to sharing the ice with.
Steve.
Mason, my career's been very active. Obviously, bringing you in, Jacob Trouba in. Sounds like the Sharks are getting Darnell Nurse now, a guy you played against in playoff series. Just what is the excitement level looking at what this team could look like for the next few years?
Yeah, I mean that's just it. You look at their top 3 picks this year. They're all incredible players, and hopefully they develop into studs, and they already have a handful of them already. So just adding veteran pieces that can help lead those guys, and not that I'm sure they need it. I've heard nothing but great things about all the young guys there. So but yeah, it's exciting. It's the Shark Tank, when the team's good, the Shark Tank's buzzing. So it's gonna be fun.
Thank you.
Eric.
Yeah, hey, Mason, congratulations on the deal here. Jumping off of what Steve just asked, there's been obviously a lot of talk about what's been being built in San Jose, and that they're a team of the future whatsoever.
Yeah.
But how much are, I don't know if it's been conveyed to you, but how much is it? Forget about being a team of the future. Let's be a team of the present here, and making the playoffs next season.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. I mean, for me at least, that's the bare minimum, make the playoffs. So, I think what Grizzly's done is put us in a position to do that. I think it's on us players to go out there and get it done now.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Marco.
Mason, Marco Yukolovich, Barry Sports Wrap. Welcome to San Jose. Sorry if someone has already asked you this question as I came on a little late here, but what does it mean to be able to follow, like, in your dad's footsteps? He played in San Jose and kind of keep that family legacy going here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, most of my upbringing through my dad's career was in San Jose, so it's just so full circle, and I'm just I couldn't be happier to be able to wear his number, and honor him, and play hard like he did every night.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We'll go back to Shane.
Mason, I wanted to ask you because of the Sharks acquiring Jacob Trouba, and looks like they're acquiring Nurse too. Two very tough to play against defensemen, and just how hard are those guys to play against?
Yeah, no, I've definitely had my fair share of battles with both those guys, especially Narcy. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. They're two heavy, hard to play against guys that that's those are the type of guys you want in playoffs, that are going to do the dirty stuff, block the shots, and pay the price for the win ultimately.
And it's clear that you grew up a Sharks fan. Over the years coming here to play, and of course you had to be a professional, but just how tough was it to see kind of the last few years at SAP Center before this past season, but just there's half full arenas, things that you didn't see when you were a kid. Just kind of how tough was that to see?
Yeah, last year was pretty good, and the year before was a little better than the year before that. So it's been growing, and like I said, when the Shark Tank gets buzzing, it's one of the best rinks in the league. So I'm excited to hopefully we can get into playoffs there, and get the barn rocking.
All right, Mason, thanks so much. Welcome back to San Jose.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anything else here for Mason before we let him go? Okay. Thanks, Mason. Appreciate the time.
Hey, Jacob, good to see you again. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Congratulations on your deal here.
Thank you.
First thing I want to ask, I mean, guys are certainly cashing in today with a lot more money in the marketplace. But I'm curious as to how much was term a difference maker in this deal, because Anaheim was looking to bring you back.
Yeah, I mean, obviously important. I think when it's not just me anymore. There's a wife and kids, and that's kind of a decision for the family more than it is just for hockey. And I think hockey-wise, this lined up perfectly for me, and also a great place for my family. But term-wise, yeah, you don't want to be moving around a whole bunch as much as you can. Try to control it or protect it. I think the term and security means a lot to me and my family, and I'm grateful San Jose is where we ended up.
Was that more important? Was that the most important thing in this, getting that kind of 4-year deal?
I wouldn't say most important, but yeah, it's definitely important for sure. You sign a shorter 2-3 term your deal. You're probably moving again soon, and that was something we didn't want to do.
Mason Marchment said earlier that one of the reasons why he's, joined in San Jose and the Sharks whatsoever is the presence of Macklin Celebrini, and that how much of a draw he's become. I'm curious as to, was there a little bit of a Celebrini effect to this, and that he can draw proven guys like yourself to San Jose?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of similar to the Ducks, honestly, with Leo and Cutter and those guys. You have a really good young core with Jackson. I mean, they took big steps and are a great team. But yeah, I think you have a similar situation in San Jose with a lot of the high-skilled young players. I think that's an exciting opportunity to join for me.
I just got one more real quick, and I'll move on. You talked a lot about, obviously, the fit in Anaheim, how much that worked out, your partnership with Jackson Lacombe. Have you talked with Mike Greer much at all in terms of what your role will be, who you might play with, and whether maybe you could have that similar type of effect on San Jose, particularly like a guy like Sam Dickinson or whatsoever?
Yeah, none of those conversations yet.
Okay.
Just a phone call and say hello and welcoming. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get to camp and coaches, and they'll have those conversations, and we'll move on from there.
Thank you much.
Yep.
Steve Wino.
Hey, Jacob, congratulations on the deal. Obviously, just a little following up on that. Mike Greer's been very active in making this team a contender. I'm wondering just how attractive is it to join a team that's on the rise like this?
Yeah, for me, I think that was probably one of the most important things. Like, you want a team that you feel like you can grow with and make an impact and help these young guys. And the more you help them, the quicker you help them, the faster the team grows and gets to that contention window. And I think doing it, there's obviously a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, and the patience and letting the guys grow, but also pushing guys and being there for guys and trying to help them grow faster, I think is important. And I think that's getting to where everybody wants to be, is on a contending team. And I think we have a good opportunity in San Jose to do that.
Thank you.
Curtis.
Hi, Jacob. This is Curtis Pichelka from the Mercury News in San Jose. Congratulations on the contract. Was the Sharks the only team that was offering 4 years, or there may be a couple other teams that were in that neighborhood?
There were others. I think San Jose was just the place that we felt most comfortable and wanted to be and work for our family, and hockey-wise and career-wise for my wife. I think it all kind of fit in nicely, and I mean, we were very excited and couldn't say yes fast enough.
Oh, the Sharks' biggest issue this past season was goals against, keeping the puck out of their own net. How do you think you'll be able to sort of help this team in that area and just the defensive aspect?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a big part of the game. As much as offense as you want to have this today in the NHL, you got to be able to keep pucks out of the net to win games. So I think, obviously playing defense first is the priority, and I think the best teams and the teams that win across the league are good defensively. So obviously something we want to focus on.
You'll be 36 by the time the contract ends here. How do you sort of make sure you're, as fit as you possibly can be, throughout the length of the deal, I guess?
Yeah, take care of yourself, take care of your body. I think I've learned throughout my career the things I need to do to be at my best. So use the summers to kind of get back into the shape I want to be in and kind of roll into camp ready to go. And I think that's kind of been the plan the last 4 or 5 years, and that'll be my plan going forward.
It's kind of interesting. Your teammates again with Barclay Goodrow. What's your relationship like with him? Obviously, he's been a help here in San Jose. You guys are pretty close to New York too.
Yeah, he's great. I already talked to him this morning. But yeah, very excited to be back with him. I think we had some good times in New York, good seasons, played on good teams, and I think he's one of those guys that brings a lot of the intangibles that you want in a hockey team.
You're going to be around a lot of young D-men here. Not only the guys, maybe the guys they just drafted in a couple of years, but a guy like Sam Dickinson too, a left shot they just drafted a couple of years ago. How can you help some of these young guys in their careers?
Yeah, build relationships with them. I think build trust, be there to answer questions, to I guess lean on. There's ups and downs, there's hard times throughout the season, throughout young players' careers. I went through them. I think everybody goes through them, and just being there for someone to talk to, go out, get dinner, do whatever you need to do to kind of help them through it. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is just the relationship and having someone that you feel you can lean on and trust and rely on.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Max.
Hey, Jacob, Max Miller from Sharks Hockey Digest and NHL.com. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another guy that you played with, although brief, was Alex Wendrick and that playoff run. What can you tell us about him and just how important he was as a centerman in that playoff run with the Rangers?
Yeah, obviously brought him in at the deadline for that season, and he was a huge part. He scored some big goals for us in that playoff stretch. He fit in great. I think he was a guy everybody kind of gravitated towards and wanted to be around, and came in and made an impact right away. And I think he's gone to San Jose and done pretty well. So happy to join him again.
For yourself, being a captain in the NHL, especially in a market like New York, and then going to Anaheim with a young team, what have you learned as a veteran player with leadership ability, and how that can, you can communicate with younger guys on a team with maybe no playoff experience like this one?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have learned a lot just through experience, I think, throughout my career. Yeah, I think it goes back to building the relationships and earning the trust of some of the younger players and being there for them with questions, and just kind of how you carry yourself in a day-to-day at the rink and during games, how you react to certain situations. Guys watch that, so just kind of be yourself, be genuine, and start building the relationships now.
You've been in the league a long time. The Shark Tank is starting to fill back up. What do you remember about playing in San Jose when, early in your career, when the place was full and hard to play against it? And how excited are you to join the Sharks as that is really returning in a big way?
Yeah, very excited for that. I think when I first started playing in the NHL, that was probably one of the more daunting places to go into. I guess really that whole California swing back then was pretty tough. But yeah, I think you go in there and it's energy, it's loud, it's chaotic. I think that was definitely a draw too, for sure.
When you look at the young core as a hockey fan, and now you get to play alongside of it, I know you've kind of answered this, but just what about the Sharks young core excites you the most, I guess?
I think just the talent and the skill. I think Celebrini as a player and how he plays the game, and it's not just the high level skill and talent. He works hard. He's on pucks. He's kind of a dog out there, and I think that's the kind of guy you want dragging everybody into the fight on your team. I think they have a lot of those pieces in place, and how they grow and mature and work together, I think over the next couple of years is going to be telling.
Awesome. Thanks, Jacob.
Yep.
Go to Marco.
Jacob, Marco Yukolovich, Bay Area Sports Wrap. Welcome to San Jose. How excited are you that you're going to be able to provide that veteran leadership to help this team get over the hump and make a playoff run?
Yeah, very excited. I think that's something I enjoy. I think also I can add a lot playing hockey and be a big piece on the back end moving forward for this group and someone they can rely on. So I mean that's my goal, is obviously contribute on the hockey side as much as I can to help push this team over the hump.
You go from one young talented core in Anaheim to this young talented core here in San Jose. When you look at what they have defensively, just how much are you going to be a big influence, not just on the blue line, but for everyone in general?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the building relationships, getting to know guys, earning their trust. I think having some term on the deal is pretty big for me in that sense of you want to put down roots and build these relationships and grow with this group. So I look forward to meeting everyone and getting to camp.
And lastly, for me, what's your nickname? Is it Troubadour, Troubs, or Truby?
Usually just Troops.
Thank
That's who
you.
you ask.
Chang.
Hi, Jacob. Cheng Peng, San Jose Hockey now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you speak a lot with Mike Greer about sort of what your role might be in San Jose, or?
Not a ton. I know the player I am at this point in my career, and what I bring to a group and where I fit in here, I think I don't think many words need to be spoken of what's expected of me. So yeah, I think I already know there not much really has to be said there.
I just wonder because last year in Anaheim, you're back on the power play. It had been a couple of years since you were kind of a power play regular. So is that something that you're expecting or hoping to do in San Jose, or that's not, important, or that doesn't kind of it's not essential kind of to?
It's whatever the coaching staff wants me to do. If they feel I'm the best option, obviously I would welcome that. Is that like going to make or break my season or what I want to do? Not really. But yeah, I think I had an opportunity last year to play a little bit and welcome that, and would obviously welcome that again.
How important was it knowing Mike from before? I believe Mike was there with the Rangers, earlier. So how important was that kind of relationship?
Obviously a little familiarity. I guess he probably knows me in the rink setting. I guess the practice rink and all that kind of stuff a little bit better than other people, but obviously good to have that relationship built a little bit and familiarity and what we went through in New York. So definitely think it helped.
There were rumors previously that the Sharks were interested in you in previous years. So is that something that you had heard too? And is that kind of nice that a team that maybe has been looking to acquire you for a while, that they've wanted you for a while, maybe?
Yeah, obviously it feels good to be wanted and go to a place where you're valued and think that you can make an impact and help the organization. So yeah.
What did Barkley tell you about San Jose?
I spoke very, very highly of it. Spoke highly of the group, of the organization. Living in San Jose, he enjoys. I didn't have many negatives to say, if any. So pretty excited.
And finally, for me, when you left New York, there was some talk that you wanted to stay out east at that time and that sort of thing. Did coming to Anaheim just kind of make it comfortable for you to kind of you got familiar with California and the West Coast, so it makes the kind of the transition to San Jose, maybe almost seamless in a way?
Definitely a little bit easier just being out here for a year and having a little bit of the familiarity. You're not moving all the way across the country again. So yeah, I think that helped. Probably a little bit different organization. But yeah, I think being in California has been great for me and my family, and we're excited to stay for a couple more years.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jacob. Congratulations again.
We'll finish the call with Eric.
Yeah, hey, Jacob, just wanted to ask you, we talked about it a little bit before, just the effect of joining the Ducks had on you, especially after leaving New York and how that ended. How much was this a tough call to leave Anaheim, considering that they kind of breathed some new life into your career at that point? Was it a tough call, or was it not really that tough a call?
Not really that tough a call. I didn't really have an option that was, I guess, I would have taken.
Okay.
But going back to San Jose, I think is obviously the place that I'm very happy to end up in. Similar situation with the young core, and I did enjoy last year. I enjoyed being part of that group and kind of growing with those guys, and hopefully can grow with these guys for a long time.
It sounds like it wasn't that hard of a push that they made.
No.
Okay. And last thing for me, just so are we cutting the lettuce now finally? You said you were.
I don't know. I actually kind of like it now, so it might stick around.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.